I want to take the time to discuss the differences between the body healing itself versus the nervous system. There has been so many quotes that I feel people relate to saying, give time. The body can heal itself. And in my experience, that is true. The body is so intelligent beyond the comprehension and intellect of my mind, understanding how the body is sustaining itself. But noticing and recognizing that there's a difference between the flesh of the body healing itself with its intelligence of regeneration of its cells versus the nervous system. So the nervous system works in a different way, and an understanding of that on an intellectual level really helps in the way that we move forward, either allowing the body to rest and to heal itself, giving it the right nutrients, enough rest, not putting in so much cortisol through this flesh and blood, giving it time to rest and digest from a parasympathetic nervous system. So both goes hand in hand. But there is a difference that we can, from a higher intellect sense, help ourselves and even help each other. So the nervous system works a little bit differently. The nervous system stores energy. It stores energy, and it also stores electrical programs. So if you go into a trauma or go through a trauma, whether this is something horrible, a childhood trauma, or something that invoked trauma as easy as you wanted to cross the street and you didn't see a car coming and it blows its horn and you get that instant shock. So that in itself is a small trauma in the body. Now, if you look at the natural process, what happens in the animal kingdom, because this physical body is still in the chain of being an animal. So if we look at what animals naturally do, is they tend to, if they experience trauma because their life is in danger, they are threatened in their immediate environment, and from that, the fight, flight, or freeze response in normal animals are activated. So there's this interaction between the nervous system, the biological system, working together, secreting hormones and activating the parasympathetic nervous system, really shutting off all the things that they don't need in that very moment, like rebirthing or reproduction and digestion. They literally have a single focused view of, how do I get through this? How do I get out on the other side and still be alive? After that, after the immediate threat in their environment has dissipated, so if you are a Bambi, a beautiful little deer, and there was a leopard running full speed, if the immediate environment has become safe and they don't feel threatened anymore, animals naturally shake. Okay, this is the way that their nervous system is defragging itself. So they start shaking and they start breathing heavily in a certain pattern. This is something that humans lost intuitively. Because throughout the years, even in the tribes, we try to suppress those emotions. We try to show up as our strong, best self. I mean, if someone went hunting, the father has to present his best self. He cannot present himself as being scared in front of his child. He's trying to be that role model. And apart from that, in the tribe sense, we were also so scared to be the outsider because we knew that put us in danger. We probably wouldn't have survived being on our own. We needed the tribe intelligence in order to survive. In today's life, however, that's still built into our DNA system. We have taught ourselves habits that's not natural, that we do not let go of the stress. So please understand that trauma and stress being placed on the body can go through the mental system too. So you can sit in traffic on the way to an important meeting or interview, you're running late. This creates stress because it's the same system that activates. You need to provide for your family, you need to provide for yourself. If you do not get the job of this interview, that means there is a danger, maybe not in your immediate environment, but the mind loves traveling to the next moment instead of being in this moment. So understand that there is a difference. The flesh of the body needs rest in order to digest and restore itself back into homeostasis. So if we're overtaxing the nervous system with stress and trauma, realize that we have to give ourselves the opportunity to let that go. Shaking, breathing exercises, trauma releasing, trembling exercises is really beneficial for this. Just get to know yourself on all levels. Genuine inquiry, because the willingness sometimes lacks. The desire and the want for that is full on. Everyone has that. But are you willing to become quiet, to become still, and to get to know what your body is asking for on all levels?